In this slideshow, we'll talk about export and import strategies. The mode of entry into a foreign market depends on the company's ownership advantages, the location advantages of the market, and the internalization advantages that result from integrating transactions within the company's value chain. Ownership advantages include the company's specific assets, its international experience, its ability to develop either low-cost or differentiated products within its value chain. Location advantages include the market potential and the investment risk. Internalization advantages include the benefits of retaining a core competency within the company and running it through the value chain rather than opting to license, outsource, or sell it. Companies that have low levels of ownership advantages usually don't enter foreign markets, or if they do, they use a low-risk mode such as exporting. Exporting is lower risk because there is no foreign direct investment. But the lower risk usually means a lower return. With exporting, you retain operational control, but you don't have as much marketing control. Companies that consider exporting must ask the following questions. What do we want to gain from exporting? Is exporting consistent with our goals? What demands will exporting place on our resources? Does exporting help us leverage our core competency without undue risk of diffusion? Does exporting fit into the configuration of our value chain? Can our existing coordination methods deal with the demands of exporting? Are the projected benefits of exporting worth the cost, or would our resources be better used for developing new domestic business? There are some strategic advantages of exporting. It expands sales. It increases economies of scale in production. It's less risky than foreign direct investment, and it diversifies sales locations. But there are pitfalls of exporting. Failure to develop an adequate export plan, insufficient commitment by top management, underestimating the costs of exporting, poor selection of agents or distributors, chasing orders around the world, neglecting the export market when the domestic market booms, unwillingness to adapt products. Companies that decide to export need to develop an export strategy, assess the export market, get expert counseling, select a market or markets, design and implement the export strategy. Operationally, they need to develop an export business plan, which is like a business plan for any other activity. It has an executive summary, business history, market analysis, the most important part of any such plan, objectives in terms of sales and profits, marketing strategies, production strategies, personnel strategies, and financial strategies. There are two main methods of exporting. One is indirect selling, in which goods are sold to an intermediary in the home market, which then exports them to the foreign market. The intermediary could be an export management company or a trading company. The other method is direct selling, in which goods are sold to an independent party outside the home country. The independent party could be a sales representative, a distributor, or a retailer. An important party in the export process is the freight forwarder. Freight forwarder moves products from the producer to the foreign market, handles shipping, packing, insurance, and customs. Now let's look at import strategy. There are two basic types of imports: industrial and consumer goods for customers, and intermediate goods and services that are part of a company's supply chain. Generally, the advantage of importing is to obtain product at a lower cost or higher quality. An important party in the import process is the customs agent, who assesses and collects duties, ensures adherence to import regulations, and keeps you out of trouble. Now take the quiz on this slideshow by clicking on the Quiz on Slideshow icon, which is right below the icon you clicked on to view this slideshow.